Hello, and welcome to another episode of Glass with a Class. I'm glad you chose to join us today to look at some glass and hear a tiny English lesson, and I hope you'll enjoy them both. Today we're looking at Round Robin, made by the Economy Glass Company, probably in the early 1930s. It was offered in green, iridescent, and crystal. This is the creamer and sugar in iridescent, which sort of seems to show different colors when seen from different angles and the way the light hits it. You know, like when you blow bubbles outside and the sun catches one and makes it seem to be a rainbow almost. Or when you look at the inside of an oyster shell and it looks like mother of pearl. Well, as you can see, this is mostly a yellowish, goldish color, but it does shimmer a bit in the light. There are only about 10 pieces of this 10 pieces made in this pattern, and it didn't include any glasses or tumblers at all, so you won't collect a complete place setting, even though they did make plates, cups, and saucers. This iridescent color is the result of the company spraying crystal pieces with the gold color. Notice they didn't spray the footed part at the bottom. It remains crystal. Gene Florence said his wife had found a creamer that had the top half sprayed, but the bottom half remained crystal. And he said the spraying technique wasn't too meticulous either. Mr. Florence didn't show the sugar bowl with a lid and didn't mention one in his description of this pretty pattern. So I guess I won't have to be searching for a lid for this one. A sugar bowl that was made without a lid is known as an open sugar bowl. Wasn't that all interesting information? Okay, let's set these aside and talk about English now. When you were visiting people during the Christmas and New Year's season, did you notice a doormat at their door? Lots of people have them, and some people like to have their last name imprinted in the material it's made of. You might see one for the Anderson family or the Birch family. It may actually say the Anderson family or the Birch family on it. Personally, I wish that would become the norm, because here's what you see way too many times. The Andersons or the Birches. It's actually supposed to read like this: the Andersons and the Birches, because a bunch of people named Anderson or Birch live there. Like if you were talking about a bunch of apples, you would say the Apples. Or if you were talking about a group of churches, you would say churches. Now, if you're talking about the house where the Anderson family or Birch family lives, and you want that imprinted on something, you would make it possessive by adding an apostrophe at the end and saying the Andersons' house or the Birch's house, thereby making it possessive because it's their house. Did that clear up anything for any of you? I hope that helped a lot, folks. I know it's confusing. I looked for the word round, as in round robin, in the Bible, and it came with around a lot, or roundabout a lot. But here's something you might find interesting that has to do with round, but doesn't exactly say it. It's from Isaiah chapter 40, verse 22, and it says this: "It is he who sits above the circle of the earth, and its inhabitants are like grasshoppers, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain, and spreads them like a tent to dwell in." This suggested that the earth is round long before any explorers discovered that it is. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I enjoyed showing you my iridescent round robin pieces and talking about family doormats and the circle of the earth. Hope you join us next time. God bless you and yours. Bye-bye.